Hello, good morning, good afternoon. This is Andola TV. I'm glad you're here. If this is your first time on my channel, kindly press on the subscribe button and please click on the bell icon so that you can be notified anytime I upload a new video on this channel. Let's go straight to the headline for today. Buhari's daughter dragged to court over use of presidential jet. Buhari's daughter dragged to court over use of presidential jet. Hannah Buhari, a daughter to the president of Nigeria, has been charged to court for using the presidential jet for personal purpose. A suit was filed against Hannah by an Abuja-based civil lawyer at the Federal Capital Territory High Court. The lawyer prayed the court to compel Hanan to pay 2 million naira amount into the Consolidated Revenue Fund account of the Federal Republic of Nigeria to fuel Nigeria Air Force presidential aircraft. A civil lawyer based in Abuja has filed a suit against Hanan Buhari for using the Nigerian Air Force presidential aircraft for personal use. Oluwatosin Ojaomo, in a suit filed before a Federal Capital Territory High Court, asked for a declaration that Hanan, a daughter to President Muhammadu Buhari, has no statutory right to private use of Nigerian Air Force presidential aircraft. Daily Trust reports that the suit, which was filed on Thursday, February 6, alleged that Hanan was invited to a private function in Bauchi State, which she attended on January 10. The lawyer prayed the court to compel Hanan to pay 2 million amount into the Consolidated Revenue Fund account of the Federal Republic of Nigeria to fuel Nigeria Air Force presidential aircraft. Ojaomo said Hanan arrived at the venue of the event in one of the aircraft in the presidential fleet meant mainly for public officers in power in Nigeria. The lawyer sought an order of the court compelling Hannah to pay 2 million naira amount into the Consolidated Revenue Fund account of the Federal Republic of Nigeria to fuel Nigeria Air Force presidential aircraft, which conveyed the defendant to Bauchi State. He also sought relief of the court for a perpetual injunction restraining the defendant, who is not a public servant, from using the Nigerian Air Force presidential aircraft for private purposes. Ojaomo said an order of this court compelling the defendant to pay the sum of 2 million as the cost of litigation. A date is yet to be fixed for hearing on the matter already before the court. Meanwhile, previously reported that human rights lawyer and activist Femi Falana has said that the use of the presidential jet by the president's daughter for personal engagement is illegal. Falana called on the president to discourage family members from further use of aircraft in the fleet for their individual activities. Whom do you think can replace President Buhari in 2023? That is going to be our next news. But for now, let's discuss about the daughter of our president, Hanan Buhari. Do you think this young lady has the right to use the jet mainly for the president, even though his dad, his father is the president? But do you think Hanan Buhari has the right to use the jet mainly meant for it's supposed to be, this is supposed to be for the official use? And even though her father is the current president, do you think this lady has the right, to make use of the presidential jet? And what do you think? Who are we going to blame if we are to blame anyone? What do you think? And what do you think is supposed to be? What do you think is supposed to be done? Hopefully, this case in court is going to be well taken care of. I mean, when I say well taken care of, I mean hopefully there won't be any mago, any form of we already know who is going to win. If you're Nigerian, you already know what I'm trying to say. But apart from that, like, we have another news headline which says PDP goes spiritual, declares 7 days prayer fasting to restore Ihedioha's mandate. Let's go over those headlines as I read. The Imo State chapter of the PDP has gone spiritual in its request to get Ihedioha restored as the governor of the state. The party has declared 7-day fasting and prayer, which is to commence on Sunday, February 9. Recall that Ihedioha himself has assembled 30 lawyers to help him get a favorable judgment as he seeks a review of the verdict which sacked him as Imo governor. Now let's move straight to the body of the news. The PDP Democratic Party, PDP, in Imo State is not taking every measure to ensure it returns to power in the state after the Supreme Court verdict ousted its governorship candidate from the government house. The party, after taking the legal step of requesting for the review of the verdict, went spiritual on Saturday, February 8, declaring 7-day fasting and prayer to ensure Emeka Ihedioha get a favorable ruling. The Nation reports that the new development was disclosed by the party's state secretary, Nze Ray Imeana. Guys, I'm very sorry if I didn't pronounce the name right. These are Igbo names. I'm trying my possible best. Let's move ahead. The Imo State chapter of the PDP has declared 7-day prayers, fasting to restore Ihedioha's mandate. It was gathered that the fasting and prayers were scheduled to start on Sunday, February 9, while party members were to be in black attires throughout the week. The local government executives of the party were also instructed to request for mass in their local churches and assembled at local government party secretariat daily at noon for prayer and breaking of fast. The party said the only prayer point to be addressed is for the Supreme Court to review the judgment in favor of Ihedioha. Earlier, it was reported that it was obvious that Ihedioha was not willing to back down after he was removed from his office by a Supreme Court ruling. After filing an application that the Apex Court should set aside its verdict that installed Hope Uzodinma as the new governor of the state, Ihedioha on Wednesday, February 5, said that he has hired a team over 30 lawyers for the imminent reawakening of a legal battle. Confirming the development, a former Attorney General of the state, Ndukwe Innawuchi, said that the team has studied the judgment of the court and has told Ihedioha what to do based on their professional consideration. It was gathered earlier that the traditional ruler called on Ihedioha to withdraw his suit against him in the interest of the people of the state, the spokesperson of the royal fathers, Eze Akojobi Ozugu, the traditional ruler of Awaka Autonomous Community, while addressing newsmen in his palace, noted that the controversy generated by Ihedioha's case at the Supreme Court is currently dragging the state backward. Whether or not Ihedioha can get a favorable ruling has been a subject of heated debate among legal experts. The Apex Court is yet to make an official statement on when the review process will take place. The PDP at the national level has also organized a protest in a bid to get Ihedioha restored as Imo governor. So, my fellows, my lovelies out there, this is another news that is coming to us, and we've seen how the PDP and APC have been dragging one another to court over either the position of governor or House of Rep. We've been seeing a lot, but one question that keeps coming to my own mind is that why do we have to keep talking about APC and PDP political party all the time? The answer is simple. Those two parties, they are rivals. And again, they are the two major powerful political party currently in Nigeria. So, since the day of Obasanjo, you will discover that if I don't care what they're going to say, if they're not, if it's not going to be PDP, it's going to be APC. And we are talking about a country that has how many political parties? I don't even know. But a lot of political parties is right there in Nigeria, and we have a lot of these political parties. Every 4 years, they will come out with a brilliant idea. Why do we have to keep appointing these two parties into system? Because if you ask me, I will tell you that PDP, APC, they are the pillar of destruction in Nigeria politically. And when you want to talk about crime, insecurity, we can, as Nigeria, we can actually hold them responsible for either insecurity, corruption, or whatever that is happening in Nigeria that is destroying the image of that country. Recently, we heard about what happened to the President Trump placed ban on Nigeria that if you want to come to United States to stay, which is like if you try to migrate from Nigeria to United States, that is not possible anymore. Now we heard what our president talked about earlier. He promised, he said he's going to work on it, that Nigeria is going to be removed from the list of the ban that US already banned. So we don't know how long that is going to take. We don't know how soon, but we need to ask ourselves one question. Why is it that ever since President Buhari, the current president, got to Aso Rock, Nigeria got worse than it was before? Everything is getting more worse. Insecurity got more worse. Like, where are we heading to? And I don't think we've ever had it in the history of Nigeria whereby the presidential jet will be using for a personal reason. I don't know why Hanan, who happened to be the president's daughter, I mean, who even approved that order in the first place? I'm trying to see what actually happened. Are we going to say he appeared before her dad and asks for, oh dad, let me make use of the jet. I would like to say this in Yoruba. Bàbá ò gbé jet wá mi tó ti ń bọ̀ náà. A fought fún tó fi débẹ̀ ni. We Nigeria voted for this man. And now he's a Nigerian president. So, I don't know why anyone, and I don't know why anyone will approve for a president's daughter to lay her hands on the presidential jet. For what?
The state has spoken. Yes. This evening,
I would like to
distinguished Senator Hope Uzodinma has finally been declared the elected governor of Imo State. Yes. The God of Imo State has spoken. Yes. This evening, distinguished Senator Hope Uzodinma has finally been declared the elected governor of Imo State. Yes. This is a story that has been in the communities in Imo State that Hope Uzodinma won the election. But with manipulations, we lost the election. But now today the Supreme Court has finally declared, has looked at all the issues and has declared Hope Uzodinma the elected governor of Imo State. At this point in time, all we need to do is to thank Almighty God for restoring hope to Imo State, for restoring peace in Imo State. I believe all the anxieties in Imo State will go down because of this singular act of the Supreme Court of Nigeria. We certainly thank our legal team for the excellent work they have done.
Our position from beginning to this end has been that the case of Igbo is very unique. It's different from all election petitions in Nigeria. Because whereas others were complaining about non-holding of election at the various units, Igbo's election petition was about exclusion of votes from 388 units. The total votes amounting to 213,695 votes. This has been the case, and we thank God Almighty today that the Supreme Court saw the point we are making, that it is not a complaint about unit, but a complaint about collation of results. And that if the 213 votes, 695 votes have been added, that it was Hope Uzodinma who scored the highest number of votes and had the required communal spread. The Supreme Court has so pronounced, and we give all glory to God Almighty.